Hello everyone, my name is Whistler and welcome back to another episode of my hardcore series. Today, I want to build a Nether sapling farm. That's the one I want to do today. Well, they're not actually called saplings, they're called fungus. But just for the convenient sake of comparing them with other tree saplings, I'm going to call them saplings for, well, just for now, for this intro. They are called fungus. And it's also going to get me quite a few roots as well, because you can get that from the farm too. And for that farm, I'm going to use a shifting floor design. And this shifting floor design has quite a few redstone components, so I actually have a bit of a shopping list. But that's fine, I think. It just means I know what I want. So let's get started. Right, so the thing I need is I need a bunch of dispensers, a bunch of observers, 5 sticky pistons, I think, several normal pistons, a lever, comparators, repeaters, a bunch of redstone dust. Is that it? There's probably something else I've forgotten. But yeah, for now, I don't think I have the necessary redstone components, so I've got to craft some of these. So, behold, the worst crafting recipe in the game, because you can only craft one at a time. How much torture is it to craft a stack of dispensers? Jeez. You can actually use broken bows for dispensers. I know that you can't seem to put it in the game won't automatically select the bow if it's slightly damaged, but you can put it in there. Do the bow. If you put it in manually, then ta-da! Dispenser. There we go. How many of you knew that was a feature? But yeah, still, the crafting dispensers is horrible. And on that note, I need a bunch of comparators too, and quite a few repeaters. And I shouldn't have made that many redstone dusts. And this is going to be quite a hit on the iron supply. So I think I need 42 hoppers. I've made 43 by accident. I've miscounted. But still, that's a lot of iron just gone straight out the window. Oh dear. That's fine though, I've got iron. For now at least. Plenty of iron. All those caving trips got me a lot, which I'm very happy about. Hello, drowned. Maybe that zombie did cross the river in the last episode. He's just sort of, somehow didn't become drowned and then I killed him or something. I don't know. But anyway, I need to chop down these trees, because they're in the way of my building site. So see you later, trees. And there we go, we've cleared out all those trees. I've gotten quite a few logs out of that. And some leaves, I guess, because I needed to chop them out of the way so that I could reach the logs. But still, it's a decent amount of logs, I think. So yeah, I'm going to build my farm here. I may as well try to outline where I want this to go with dirt or something. I do quite want to sort of change the level of this plateau that I've built here, because it's rather flat at the moment. And to start off this farm, I'm going to put 5 dispensers here. 5 specifically because that's the radius of that a dispenser can go when trying to bone meal nylium. That's how far the saplings and the roots will go. Sorry, the fungus and the roots will go. Wow, I'm bad at explaining this. But yeah, so I'll just put the nylium in. I'm going to have 4 rows of each. I know the radius is 5, but because water only goes 8 blocks long, I'm going to have 4 rows of each. Now, I don't actually have enough red nylium for this, so I've got to bone meal some of it back up again. But that's fine, it's easy to gather. And for the shifting floor, just need to place these pistons down. So it should be 8 on each side. I didn't craft enough. That's my fault. And I'm just going to put glass in here, because glass won't remove nylium if you place it on top of the nylium. And the redstone, mostly I want to have it under the farm, or to the side just here, a little bit lower. And I think that should be good space-wise, hopefully. Now, the clock I'm going to use for this, for the dispensers creating the fungus and the roots, I'm going to use an inverted comparator clock. And I'm going to link them just like this. And that should be firing quite nicely. I think that's a... Is it a 5 Hz clock? I have no idea. But yeah, that's how that works. It's quite simple. And it's actually faster than an observer clock. It's that simple, and it's faster. Like, I'll give this as a comparison. Right? Okay. Now I need to turn that off. See, that's so much slower. So yeah, I went for the faster option. And for the on-off signal, it's going to be a bit weird. I've got 2 redstone torches here, and I'm going to put a wool block there. And then what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to send an on-off signal. So that's on, that's off, that's on, that's off. And so what I'm going to have the off signal be, that's going to link up to this etho hopper clock. And that's going to lock it. So the off signal is actually turning the etho hopper clock off. And when the on signal is on, then the etho hopper clock goes on and everything goes nice and dandy. And then that's what's going to power the water dispensers. Now for the shifting piston floor, I'm just going to use a observer clock. One side will have 2 extra observers just to create that extra bit of delay. So that way the floor shifts from one side to the other as fast as I think is possible. I don't know if it can go faster, but yeah, that's what's going to happen here. And then the sticky pistons will push the observers in and out of place. Now I just need to link those up, and I think this should be good. I've made a noise machine, but I think it's working. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. I have a few issues with the water though. I can't get anything out of this if there's water here constantly. Oh dear. Right. Okay. I'll see if I can fix that. And that is a drowned. Hello. Give me that Nautilus shell. I would like that. Would like that very much. Thank you very much. And I think this is how I want it to go. This is working very nicely. So I get a lot of roots and a lot of fungus, and the water just sweeps it all to the side. And I think I'll have that go up a water stream and into an item sorter. And that'll be all good. The farm's doing pretty well at the moment, I've got to say. Is that another drowned? Yeah, it is. Oh dear. And I'd quite like some packed ice for the item sorter, so I've just gone up to this nice little ice pool at the top of the mountain and harvest that one more time. And I might come back here at some point, so I don't think this will be enough ice blocks for the amount of packed ice blocks that I need. Yes, always reuse, recycle, refill your ice pools. That's my word of advice for you. Never know when you'll want it back again. Right, so I think fixing the water issue is as simple as moving that observer, because it kept like flipping, like when I stopped it, like the water would be in the wrong state when I turned the farm off and on, and it would break. But I think doing that will fix it. So I think it works now, so I've just got to start building the item storage room, and that's going to be on top of the farm, and I'll put some chests and stuff up here. So I'm just going to use your generic item sorter up here. I'm going to sort out the different types of fungus and the different types of roots and twisting vines as well. And everything else will be composted. So that's the nice thing about this farm. It's so efficient. Like, it gives back like half of your bone meal. And for the water elevator, just going to do that. I've got soul sand at the bottom here. So just going to plant some kelp. And I'll break that once it's full, because that turns every water block into a source block. Which means the soul sand now works. Ta-da! Excellent. Right, and this is going to be my composting area. So I'm going to have the water stream link up to this, and all of the extra roots will go into here. And I should get half of my bone meal back. That's the great thing about this farm, is that I can just get a lot of bone meal back out of it. And I think if I loop around the water stream here, then any excess roots will just go around the system again. And I think that's actually the storage system done. That's pretty good. Wow. And that's the farm done. I've fully completed it, and I'm really happy with this farm because I didn't watch a tutorial for anything here. Like, I fully built this farm myself. I'm pretty happy with the fact that I was able to do that. I don't know how everyone else's shifting floor design looks for this, but this is how mine is, and I think it's pretty good. I'm happy with how it's turned out. Now, to show off the item storage, I've got red crimson fungus in there, warped fungus in there, red roots, blue roots, and the twisting vines. And everything else will be composted, so I'll get a lot of spare roots, and I don't need that many. So might as well get some bone meal back out of it. So in that case, yeah, let's Let's run this farm. Let's let it go. Right, and then I just need to turn it on. And it should be working now, I hope. Yeah, everything's running as planned, I think. So this is the first test with everything running, I think. So everything is going through the water streams, that's great. And the water's flowing in the farm itself, and the roots and the fungus are generating. I can see everything. That's cool. It is quite loud, so I'll stand at distance for now. And yeah, that's pretty good. This farm has definitely turned out well. Look at all those items flying in. I've made a mistake. It's not sorting anything. I forgot to do this. Oh no. I've not been sorting anything, it's just flowed straight over and into the composters. I'm an idiot. Oh, I've wasted so much. Lost so many fungus. Oh, can I save any? Can I save any? Oh, 4 fungus. Oh, that was it. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well. That was my bad. I can't believe I made a mistake like that. Just forgetting one rather critical piece of redstone. Oh dear. But yeah, I got quite a bit of bone meal back out of that. That's pretty cool, you can see. So I'll just stick that back in, and I'll get my fungus back. It's a very expensive way to run the farm, is by making mistakes, but I'll get the fungus. Don't you worry about that. So let's run it again! Noise machine activated. I think it's quite laggy too. Yeah, this is generating me all the fungus I need. And the reason why I wanted to make this farm is so that I can make a nether tree farm. And the nether tree farm's purpose is to not only give me a lot of the new nether wood, it's also to give me a lot of bone meal too. So this is a weird thing about the nether trees and how they generate, is that the nether wart blocks, they generate more bone meal than you put into growing the tree itself. So you can actually have like a runaway train of bone meal, and then that bone meal I'm going to use to grow other trees, which I'm going to use in turn to get all of the leaves I need for my mega creeper tree in the middle of this lake. And yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna need. So, as an example, 1 warped fungus in there, bone meal that, harvest the logs, and then all of that warped wart I can compost, which is grand. And it'll give me more bone meal than I put into growing the tree, which is pretty great as far as mechanics go, to be honest. No streamlights in this tree, unfortunately. Maybe in the next one. And then the crimson fungus, I can do the same thing. So, I'll just get my bone meal. Let's grow that. Will it grow? No, it's just going to take all my bone meal. That was an unlucky one. There we go. So, same thing with this one. I can just straight up harvest all the blocks. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Vines. I could do with some of those. Don't think I collected those when I went to the Nether, did I? Weeping vines. Try and do something with those, I think. Now the interesting thing about the warp blocks is that it actually makes one of the tools a lot more useful. So if you break these normally, like you did before 1.16, it'd be slow. But if you use a hoe, it's so much faster! If you use an enchanted hoe, it's instant! That's brilliant! So I'm going to have to enchant this hoe and upgrade it to netherite and stuff, and it's going to be useful for harvesting the leaves as well. Yeah, this is going to turn out grand, I think. I think I'll actually keep some of the warp blocks at first. Like, I'll probably keep like a shulker of each, then compost everything else. I should be able to get that pretty quickly, I think. And I'll get a lot of bone meal out of it too. I just need to find a good place to build a tree farm. I might just build it next to this this fungus farm, to be honest. That might be the best place for it. But yeah, that's how that is today. Now the interesting thing about the warp blocks is I think they're not spawn proof like the leaves are, so if you want to use them in builds in hardcore and you want to mob proof them, I think you've got to put carpets on top, so nothing else will really go with it. But luckily, I think the red carpets and the cyan, I think they'll be fine with it. Oh, I was just loading the world. It's I've just entered the world and someone's throwing a trident at me. No! Let me start recording in peace. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. Did he give me a trident? I don't think he gave me a trident. I think he gave me flesh and gold. If that was even him. I don't even know what he gave me. Right, I'm not seeing a trident though, unfortunately. I could do with a second trident. I want one for lightning and one for riptide. Yeah, at the moment I only have one. With loyalty on it. And hang on, why are there vines here? What's generated them? Like, oh, is that the jungle? I think that was the jungle, and I've just heard something. Yeah, that's a skeleton. No. There's more caves for me to light up. Oh, where is it? Where is this cave? I've got to find it now. It's not allowed to exist without being lit up. I don't think I'll light it up today, but it is something I have to do if I want my creeper farm to be as efficient as possible. And this is like right beneath my base too, so I've got to light it. Where is this thing anyway? How much sand do I need to dig before I can find it? Come on. Oh, I think there it is. Right, okay. So, yeah, it's coming from there. So, I think I'll just stick a torch here so that I don't forget about it. And I'll come back another time and light up that cave system at some point. Make sure everything is okay. But yes, I've just been distracted, so I just started recording again. This is a new day, and something's happened between recording yesterday, building the farm, and recording today. So, pre-release 1 for 1.16.2 came out, and it has a bug fix, which makes my farm not as good as it would have been. And that is that the roots can only be harvested with shears now. So, yeah, I'm not going to get those anymore when I update. Which is a shame, but that's fine. I understand. I was getting a lot of bone meal back out of it. But that's just going to be what it is. I'll still get a lot of fungus out of it, and maybe some twisting vines, but it's not as good as it used to be. Now, one thing I'd also like to do is create a shulker of TNT. So, because I'd quite like to go mining for more ancient debris, for more netherite. So, I've got my creeper farm, I've got lots of gunpowder. So, I think I've got enough for an entire shulker of TNT. So I just need to go out and mine some sand, I guess. How much sand? I think it's 4 shulkers of sand is what I need. So, let's just get right on that. Got a desert over here somewhere. It's just beyond this mazer. Yeah, there it is. So, I'll just start a nice little time lapse of me harvesting this stuff. 4 shulkers worth. Let's go. And there we go. I now have 4 shulkers of sand. I had to go back after 3.5 to repair my shovel with my villagers. But yeah, that's 4 shulkers of sand. As you can see, I now have shulker there, all full of sand. And that is going to be equal to 1 shulker box of TNT. And I'm going to use that to blow up the nether. And that's going to be great. Look forward to all of my netherite adventures. I hope I get lucky with it. So, just got to craft those up. This is a bit of a painful experience too. So, it is rather expensive. So it takes up the whole crafting grid of the crafting table. And to make a lot of it, it's a lot of going back and forth really, isn't it? I mean, 9 shulkers worth of resources. And it just goes to 1 shulker box of TNT. So, it is expensive. And so it should be. TNT is rather useful. And one thing I think I'm going to do with at the moment, so I'm going to try and sort out my ender chest a bit. So I'm going to call this one the rocket box. This is going to be for all of my fireworks. And this one is going to be called the redstone box. That's going to house all of my redstone. And then this one is going to be the TNT box for all of the TNT that I just crafted. And what else can I do? I think I could make a fire resistance box. Fire resistance box. And I'm gonna fill that with fire resistance potions for next time when I go mining for the netherite. It's gonna be full. I'm just gonna have lots of potions on hand for all the lava I encounter. I'll fill this up. And there we go. That's 3 spare and a shulker's full of fire resistance potions, which is grand. And I think I'm also gonna buy some ender pearls too from this guy to get myself out of those sticky situations. Though he doesn't give me very much. But it's enough for the time being. The fire resistance box itself, it's going to be orange, so I think that's like a nice fiery colour. And now this rocket box was actually looking rather sorry for itself for being called a rocket box, so I filled it up with gunpowder and paper, and I'm also going to stack it full of rockets too. It's going to look quite good, it's going to be rather efficient too. There we go, 9 stacks, plus another bunch of rockets to craft. And I'm also going to make an ammo box because I don't have an infinity bow. So I put mending on my bow instead. So I've got all these Fletchers, they'll give me arrows and they'll give me XP. I'll just stick that in the box and I'll call it the ammo box. And this toolbox needs properly sorting, but I don't know what to do with it at the moment. There's all sorts of junk in here. Like, why do I have leather in here? You know what? The emeralds, I think, will go in a different box. As well as the gold. Like, I'll have a separate emerald box for shopping. A gold box too for my gold needs, like bartering. But the emeralds will go in here. I think I'll also make an iron box at some point when I actually get around to making my iron farm. But for now, this is what I have. So I've got 9 boxes sorted. So I've got the TNT box, I've got the rocket box, I've got the toolbox, I've got the redstone box, I've got the fire resistance box, I've got bone meal, emeralds, gold, ammo, arrows. Yeah, I think that's turned out pretty well. And that's all I have time for today, I think. Sorry about that. We got a bit done today. I built an entire farm. Entire redstone monstrosity farm, but yeah, that's pretty good. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did enjoy, I hope you return. And if you do return, then I guess I'll see you next time. So on that note, bye!